Hey everyone, this is Mike,
And this is Josh.
and this is Must See Before You Die. Special week here. We got Scream 6 coming out, and we're going to give you, Josh, what?
A ranking of all 9 killers in the Scream franchise. 1 being the best, 9 being the worst. In my opinion, I'm doing the ranking. Mike's going to kind of comment on it. Mike can't remember all the
I'm going
killers.
to be, I'm getting old. I'm going to be
Yeah.
like,
He can't remember everything, so I have gone ahead and did this list, and he's gonna kind of comment on it, and we are gonna rank these killers, guys. So I'm just gonna start off. Number 9, the worst killer in the Scream franchise, in my opinion.
let me guess.
Charlie.
Charlie
from Scream 4. I mean, the guy was a dope. He said he's the Randy. No, this guy isn't Randy, in my opinion. The guy's a nerd. He's a dork. He believed this girl, and he deservedly so got stabbed right in the heart and got killed right away.
Broke it, cut his heart.
Yep. Charlie, horrible, from Scream 4, guys. Horrible. Number 8. This might be a little controversial. I don't know. But from Scream 5, Richie. I didn't care for Richie from Scream 5, the boyfriend of, Sam Carpenter. I didn't care for Richie. I mean, a lot of people said he was a mixture between Billy and Stu, kind of like that lengthy, goofy guy, but then also like a deranged killer, serious killer like Billy. I didn't care for Richie. I actually didn't think he was the killer till like later. But yeah, I didn't care for Richie at all from Scream 5. What do you think about that one, Mike?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's. I got, like I said, I can't remember all of them. I got to go back and remember. I kind of liked him in the beginning of that movie, though. I mean, I didn't know that he was a killer, and then it was brought up. It's always the boyfriend or somebody close. And you're like, well, is it him or not? So, yeah, I mean, I could see that. I mean, it's
Okay. Well, number 7 for me is Roman from Scream 3. I do like that he is a lone killer, and he does have something that no other Ghostface has, Mike. He has a voice changer that can make his voice sound like anybody he wants, which is dumb. That's dumb.
Stupid.
It's stupid. That is stupid, but he does have it over anybody. And he does all this by himself. Though there was supposed to be a second killer, but Wes Craven took it out at the last minute, Mike. So Roman, he ends up being Sidney's brother, and comes out that he's the one that orchestrated. He's the one that got Billy to. I mean, if you think about it, he created 3 of the top Scream killers. He created Billy Loomis, Stu Macher, and Mrs. Loomis, Mike. He created all of them.
I think that was a desperate move on the franchise, trying to follow up 1 and 2 to say that. I thought it disrespected Stu and Billy Loomis, and I didn't like that.
No, I didn't like it at all either.
I didn't like the whole storyline with, really. I mean, I guess I could see part of it, but with Sidney's mom and his, him, and I don't know. I just wasn't a big. I like the whole scene. I like how the movie was on the set, but I just didn't like. I didn't like his part and how they tried to change history.
He wasn't even in the movie that much, really, before that. So, and they also fake killed him like they did Billy in the first one. So, Roman 7 for me. 6 is Amber from Scream 5. I think she's really nuts. And the way she just blasts her friend in the head with a gun and didn't even care, that's pretty stone cold, Mike. No doubt about that. I did enjoy Amber, and that she actually lived in Stu Macher's house, and that's how she got infatuated with the killers. And her and Richie met each other online, and blah blah blah. And they want to create their own. They hate how the Stab franchise is turning into, so they want to make so they can make a new movie out of it. I did enjoy it
because she's the one that killed Dewey off, and
she is the one that killed.
There's no way she would have killed Dewey off. She's too small to do that.
She killed Dewey, and you know what she said? She said, "It's an honor." Oh, did you also like how the Ghostface had the thing mounted right here, and he could like turn it on and off and talk that way? I thought that was kind of cool in Scream 5.
Yeah.
So number 6 is Amber for me, Mike. Number 5 is Mickey from Scream 2, in my opinion. Mickey gets a lot of praise and love from the internet. I mean, people love this character. He's always in the top 3, usually. I mean, and sometimes he's over Billy Loomis, Mike. I'm not kidding. I don't know what it is, but people really love this character. He is actually friends with Sydney. He seeks out to get into her friend group, and
I mean, he's best friends with Sydney and Sydney's boyfriend in that.
Right?
I mean.
Yes. And so yeah, Mickey's also a film student. He's always filming stuff. He's friends with Randy, of course, but him and Randy kind of clash. You can kind of tell. But yeah, I definitely like Mickey as the killer. I think it was good. I didn't suspect him as the killer either. But yeah, number 4 is his accomplice, Mike.
Billy Loomis's mom.
Yes. And he loved Mickey in that scene where he announces who it is. He loves it. He's almost like, he was like, Billy Loomis's mother, like that.
Yeah, I kind of would almost flip them too if it was my personal thing on there. Them two.
Okay. Yeah, but Billy Loomis's mother is her, and actually she was through this movie a lot of interaction with Gail, none with Sydney, but you realize because Sydney recognized who she was. So that's why they never had any time together in the movie before this. Her fake name was Debbie Salt. And yeah, Billy's mother, she wanted revenge on Sydney and them for killing Billy. And also because of what Sydney's mother did to break up their marriage, Mrs. Loomis and Billy's dad. And so she had her own, and she actually recruited Mickey to do this on a website or whatever. So, and Mrs. Loomis is also the one that killed a legacy character, Randy. So
that's true.
She's the one that killed Randy. So
do you know that, or was it the other guy? I mean,
she said when your friend Randy at the end, she said your friend Randy started talking bad about my son, and I got stab happy.
That's what she said. You're right. You're right.
So yeah, so she killed Randy. So number 3 is Jill from Scream 4. I thought she was a really good Ghostface because this is Sydney's niece. She didn't know her real well because, Sydney's been in seclusion and all this other stuff. But this girl killed her own mother to gain fame, Mike. I mean, that's what it was all about for her, was to gain fame because she felt like Sydney had all this fame for being the victim, blah, 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 and she wanted it. And that was the whole reason behind it. And she almost got it too, Mike.
She was cold-hearted, man. She did not play.
Yep.
Used Charlie, stabbed him in the heart, and at the end of it, I mean, she was shooting the deputy, and hit doing the head with a bedpan, about killed him with a bedpan.
Hey,
and
how'd you like it when she shot her ex-boyfriend right in the dick?
Yeah.
I mean, she was vicious, dude. She was. Yes, very. So Jill actually is pretty high on my list, I think. I don't know if many people would put her that high, but I do. I think I have watched.
She was a good killer, and she was a good killer, and she's one of those that, at the beginning of it, you're like, man, could she be?
Yeah.
Surely not her family member again,
Right. So, number 2.
This is going to be interesting for me to hear what you say on this.
Stu Macher is number 2.
Okay.
I really like Stu a lot. I think this guy is really good. There's rumors that he might still be alive. He did get stabbed a little bunch. Remember he said to Billy, I'm feeling a little woozy here. Yeah. But yeah, so Billy stabbed him. Then Sydney dropped like an old school freaking tube TV on his face, a big one too for back then. That was a big TV back in the day.
Shoot, man, my back's still hurting from moving him.
Yeah. So the yellow, I mean, who knows if he's dead or not, if he might come back. I still hope that he's alive. I still have hope that he's alive and that he might come back. But the reason why like I said, I really enjoy Stu, but he's Billy's lackey. You know what I mean? There's always a lackey, and Stu Macher is his lackey.
So
But
that tells you who your number one is right there, Josh.
right. So I love Stu's reveal here, though. Like, he's at this house partying with everybody. I think he's responsible for his own girlfriend's death in the movie. I think he's the one that killed her.
Mm-hmm.
But he's really funny. He's wearing like a smoking jacket, like at this party or whatever, like a robe. It looked like something Hugh Hefner would wear.
He's kind of like really Spicoli, like it reminds me of a little bit smarter than Spicoli, but kind of like the party dude, you know?
Yeah, he's really funny at this party. And then, but yeah, I really enjoy the Stu Macher character. And I've watched like interviews with Matthew Lillard, and he was like, I don't know what Wes was letting me do in this movie. He was like, my tongue was in several scenes. My tongue was out wagging. He was like, and like
he's like a human Scooby Doo, you know?
Yeah. Well, he played Shaggy, you know, in the movie. But yeah, so I really like Stu Macher. Honestly, that's why he's my number 2. And number 1, Billy Loomis. How can you pick anything different, in my opinion? Billy Loomis is the orchestrator. If you don't buy into that Scream 3 crap, Billy Loomis is the orchestrator. He brings Stu Macher on, and they orchestrate the murder of Maureen Prescott. Then later they want to make their own, a movie, and so they orchestrate all of this to get revenge on Sidney and Sidney's dad and all that. So, and to take out their group of friends, really. So, Billy Loomis is number 1. And how could you not know this guy wasn't the killer? The guy had the greasiest hair ever. The guy was like evil looking.
Hey, but Sidney showed him her boobs. I mean, that probably held him, kept him on for a while.
Okay. But yeah, I just think Billy Loomis is the best, in my opinion. Like,
I liked how in number 5 they brought him back and like playing the mind games in his daughter.
Right.
I really liked that.
Did you like that retcon where they had him have a baby with someone else? I mean, because that's plausible. The guy ain't a good guy. Of course he's going to have an affair.
He was messing around and all that.
Well, remember Sid wasn't doing anything with him, so he was out,
he's getting it on the side.
You should have known that a guy's a killer when you first meet him and he walks in the room and he says, I was watching The Exorcist at home and it made me think of you. That's what he says. Like,
yeah, I like Billy Loomis. I think he's a good character, and and the original, you're 1 and 2. I like. I mean, that's the thing. That's why it was ranked, in our top 5. I mean, Scream 1 is a classic, and
So do you think? So for you would kind of like switch Mrs.
The only
Loomis
one possibly is the boyfriend. Maybe I really don't like the Scream 3, the brother, the half.
Oh, so you would switch Roman and Richie too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But other than that, that's a pretty good list. I mean,
yeah,
I probably would switch Billy Loomis's mom and
Mickey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Mickey was psychotic. He was. I think he was responsible for a bulk of the kills in the movie. I don't think Miss Loomis did many. She killed Randy, but I don't know who else she would have killed.
She was the mastermind behind all that.
Yeah, she was. She was the mastermind. Mickey was the lackey. Yep.
Right.
So okay, that is the list. Let us know. Let us know if you don't want to put the whole list. Just put your who's your favorite killer out of this list, and go join our Facebook group, Must See Before You Die horror community over on Facebook. We have a lot of fun over there, and definitely gonna be talking about Scream 6. I bet we're gonna be not spoilers, but we will be doing a review of Scream 6. We'll do a non-spoiler and a spoiler review, I would imagine. So, okay, guys.
Scream 6. Definitely want to check. We're going to put that out Friday night. So the night it comes
Friday
out.
night.
So,
Yep. Okay, guys.
Have a good one. Bye.